We did it! We got into Red Rock Canyon without even having to pay! Today we're going to talk about Rocky Gap Road!
Welcome back to Doris and Daddy Off-Road.
Whoa! Sorry.
Welcome back to Doris and Deaf Guy Off-Road.
What is Rocky Gap Road?
Rocky Gap is a fun 8-mile four-wheel drive route that runs between Lovell Canyon Road and the Willow Springs picnic area inside of Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area.
Do you need a permit?
You can drive this route in either direction, but if you start from Red Rock Canyon, you will need to pay the $15 access fee or have a National Parks Pass. We started our trip on the Lovell Canyon side. I called the park to confirm that there was no permit needed to enter the park this way, and the fellow on the phone, although concerned for my safety, said I was good to go. He specifically stressed that this road should not be attempted in low clearance or two-wheel drive vehicles. We will talk more about that in a minute.
How do I get there?
You can find this route by simply typing Rocky Gap Road into Google Maps. Google will put a pin at about the midpoint between Lovell Canyon Road and the Red Rock Scenic Loop. At this point, it's your choice which way you want to drive.
Is there a good place for fuel and snacks?
We often use the Terrible's convenience store on State Route 160 as a meeting place for any adventure that starts on the west side of the Spring Mountains. In this case, the store is almost equal distance from either starting point for Rocky Gap Road.
Will my vehicle make it?
You will find that the majority of Rocky Gap Road is rough, but easily passable with most vehicles that have a little extra ground clearance. The main exception to this is about 3.5 miles from Lovell Canyon Road. At that point, the road and the creek bed become one, and the boulders and obstacles get a little bigger. The worst part is only about 200 yards, but there is plenty of potential for damage in that short distance. I've heard many people refer to this road as stock friendly. Just keep in mind that they're talking about something like a stock Jeep Wrangler, not a Toyota Prius or Soccer Mom SUV. That being said, we ran into a guy who had recently made it through with a newer Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. The Trailhawk did have skid plates and rock rails, but he also admitted that he had gotten stuck at one point, so don't take this as a recommendation. We went through with our friend Steve, who has a similar Jeep Cherokee XJ. His has about a 3-inch short arm lift and sits on 31-inch tires, while ours is lifted about 4.5 inches with long arms and sits on 32-inch tires. Neither of our vehicles had any issues making it through.
Should I bring a friend?
Getting through the tough parts will be much easier with someone outside the vehicle, watching your tire placement and your vehicle's proximity to the obstacles. They might also offer a little ballast in case you lose traction.
What if I just want to see the sights?
If you want to see the prettiest parts of the road without too much four-wheeling, we recommend that you start from the east in Red Rock Canyon and stop when you get to the North Peak Trailhead, a little over 5 miles in.
What if I want something more extreme?
If an adventure is what you're looking for, you could start at Lovell Canyon Road and follow the creek bed wherever possible instead of the road. This option will require a much more serious four-wheel drive setup and is definitely not stock friendly. For a closer look at this option, search YouTube for one of the Trail to SEMA Rocky Gap Road videos.
What should I bring?
Be sure to go prepared. We've only made the full trip twice, and both times we've come across people with mechanical issues on the trail. Most of the road has little or no cell service, and because of the rugged terrain, even the simple act of changing a tire could prove difficult. Bring plenty of water, a first aid kit, some warm clothes or a blanket, and if you're traveling alone,
make sure to tell somebody where you're going
and
when you should be back.
In case you run into trouble on the trail. Whether you go for mild or wild, Rocky Gap Road has some wonderful scenery. You can also use the road to access miles of hiking trails, and it's a great jumping off point for backcountry camping in the nearby La Madre Mountain Wilderness or Rainbow Mountain Wilderness areas. Stay safe out there. Hope to see you on the trail. If you've enjoyed this video, press the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. If you have any questions about the trail, leave them in the comments below.
Thank you for watching.
Bye!